the Buffalo Bills walk into Pittsburgh and figuratively punch the Pittsburgh Steelers in the nose. And literally break Aaron Rodgers' nose. Figuratively and literally bloody the Pittsburgh Steelers, run for 249 yards and trample this overrated, expensive defense. And Buffalo wins 26-7. This, despite the fact the Bills didn't have either of their starting offensive tackles. Deion Dawkins and Spencer Brown both don't play in the game. And the last we had seen Buffalo's offensive line, they were getting torched by Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, and the Houston Texans to the tune of 8 sacks. And you would think, here's TJ Watt and company. Both starting tackles are out. Feels like a good Steelers spot. Golden opportunity yesterday for the Pittsburgh Steelers to wrest control back of the AFC North from the Baltimore Ravens after Baltimore face-planted on Thanksgiving night against the Cincinnati Bengals. We will get to that game, and we'll get to every game that transpired on Thanksgiving and Black Friday as we move along. The Steelers had their chance to regain control of the AFC North. Instead, a disaster. 3.9 yards per play. The booing of Renegade. What the hell did Renegade ever do to anybody to get booed? A great song. And chants of fire Tomlin. Fire Tomlin. What a world. What a world. And look, great win for the Buffalo Bills. Like, sincerely. Got up off the mat following getting destroyed by the Texans and by the Texans defense on that Thursday night. Get up off the mat and out physical the Steelers and win the game and improve to 8-4. But let's be honest. And this is not an anti-Bills thing that I'm about to say. I just credited the Bills. But let's be real here. This had way more to do with the Steelers than it had to do with the Buffalo Bills. And now, coming up this Sunday for the Steelers. On the road at Baltimore. And the Ravens, a 5.5-point favorite in that game, and the total of the game is 43.5. And we can have a point spread conversation. Emmy and I can talk about it a little later in the show. We can certainly do that. Talk about it over the course of the week. Have great guests join us on the show. Who's going to cover the spread in the game? Will it go over? Will it go under? Here's what I'm going to tell everybody right now. The Steelers are going to lose that game. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, as far as the playoffs are concerned, because they're going to have to win the division to make it. And I know they're currently tied with the Ravens. But you watch this team play, and you know, if you're being honest, that they are D-E-D dead and D-U-N done. The Buffalo Bills, yes, I want everybody to think about this, sincerely. The Buffalo Bills basically had a Tecmo Bowl playbook yesterday. And for people that don't remember Tecmo Bowl, I'm 42. I grew up playing Tecmo Bowl. Like, you didn't have Madden, right, where you could choose between 9 million different playbooks. For my money, run and gun has always been the best one, which is like the old St. Louis Rams playbook when Mike Martz was the head coach and the offensive coordinator. So run and gun was always my playbook of choice. But in Tecmo Bowl, you had like 2 run plays and 2 pass plays, and that was it. And all the Buffalo Bills did was run the same 2 run plays the entire game and run for 250 yards on this overrated Pittsburgh Steelers defense that is absolutely pathetic. Don't believe me? Ask future Hall of Famer TJ Watt, who had this to say after the game, verbatim. Quote, "I've never seen a team run the same play as much as they ran it and had the success that they did." Does anyone think this is normal? Like, TJ Watt saying this as if it's like, yeah, no big deal. They ran the same play on us the whole game. We couldn't stop it. They just absolutely trampled us. Where are the adjustments on defense from Mike Tomlin and Terrell Austin? I mean, he should have to change his name, Terrell Austin. It's an insult to Stone Cold Steve, who's tremendous. Come up with a different Terrell Helmsley. You be another wrestler. Terrell Jericho, Terrell Hart, the Hitman, And you know who he's killing? The Pittsburgh Steelers defense. He's got a, you can't beat Terrell Austin if that's the defense you're coordinating. Austin 316 says, I don't make one single adjustment and we give up 250 yards on the ground. Doesn't have quite the same ring to it as Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. King of the Ring 1996. Shout out to Jake the Snake Roberts. Now keep in mind, this is at minimum the second time this has happened this season. And we can go back to the Chicago game where the Bears are basically running the same play the entire game and Ben Johnson just coaches them under the table, which he did to Vic Fangio on Black Friday. We'll get to that coming up in a little bit. Think about the first Bengals game when we came on the air on that Friday, on that Phenomenal Football Friday, and went absolutely crazy because the Pittsburgh Steelers decided in that game that their best course of action as a defense was to not cover the best receiver in the league in Jamar Chase. Like, refused to do it. Zero adjustments. What did we see yesterday against Buffalo? The Bills ran the same play the entire game. The Steelers players know it. They're talking about it. Like, this is theater of the insanity here. This is crazy that this is allowed to happen. And, like, no one thinks this is a big deal? That you just let this team run the same play the entire game? Try something different. This is like when the Steelers used to play the Patriots back in the day, when Brady was there. And, like, the Steelers would constantly, like, insert stud white slot receiver for New England. Doesn't matter who it is. Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, Chris Hogan. The Pittsburgh Steelers would say, okay, we're going to cover this undersized, scrappy white receiver with slow linebacker. Like, that was there every time they played. And Tom Brady would just pick them apart. And after the game, everyone would be wondering, how does this happen again? I don't know. Because the Steelers never change what they're doing. And sometimes the talent on the roster, on defense specifically, is good enough to make up for it. This season, and most certainly, is not. Atrocious from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the fans that are chanting, fire Tomlin, they're right. That needs to happen at the end of the season. Assuming they don't make the playoffs, and I don't think they're going to. Tough to fire him if they make the playoffs, even if they get waxed in the first round, like they always do. They don't make the playoffs, he's got to go. It's been an amazing run for Mike Tomlin as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They won Super Bowl 43, won the AFC, and played in Super Bowl 45 and lost to their current quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, and the Green Bay Packers. Since losing Super Bowl 45, the Steelers have won 3 playoff games. It's Super Bowl 60 in 2.5 months. 3 playoff games. They haven't won one since 2016. It's almost been a decade. This is like you have a conversation with your friend, and your friend's complaining to you. Hey, like, I really don't like X. And you say to that person, if you don't like it, why do you keep doing it? And they say, you know, you're right. And then they keep doing it. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. You think they like going 9-7, 9-8, and getting destroyed in the first round every year? Who would like that? But they keep doing it. They don't listen. And this time, I think they're going to need to. And it's over for Mike Tomlin, the Steelers head coach, if they don't make the playoffs. And I caught Adam Schefter saying earlier today on ESPN that the Steelers are not going to fire Mike Tomlin. Like, does he have, like, pictures of the Rooney family or something? At what point can we just say, like, thanks for the memories. Like, you won a Super Bowl. You're an all-time legend. You're going to get another job somewhere else and send him on his way and start rebuilding. Why can't that happen? Oh, Einstein, pretty smart guy, right? We all kind of agree. None of us knew him. Been dead a long time. We all kind of agree. Hey, Einstein's really smart. Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Your Pittsburgh Steelers. It's not just the defense. How about the quarterback choices? And just saying, And I don't want to turn this into like a Mike Tomlin lucked into Ben Roethlisberger thing, although maybe that's possible. Since Ben Roethlisberger retired, Kenny Pickett, and we'll leave off like the Mason Rudolphs of the world. These are quarterbacks that the Steelers wanted to start. Like, their intention was to start this guy. Like, Mitchell Trubisky doesn't count. He started games. He was not supposed to be the starting quarterback. Quarterbacks that the Steelers have chosen to start since Ben Roethlisberger hung him up. Kenny Pickett. I can't even say his name without laughing. Justin Fields. Russell Wilson. And now, Aaron Rodgers. Get to A-Rod in a moment. Mike Tomlin was asked in the postgame yesterday, "What do you feel like you have the answers in the building?" Yes. Of course. I mean, what's he supposed to say? Like, no? Like, fire me now? Well, how can you be so sure? His response, keep watching. I gotta be honest, Mike. I don't believe you. I'm gonna keep watching because I'm addicted to football and I love it, but I don't believe you. I don't think you've got the answers. And just on Aaron Rodgers, you know the audience. I love Aaron Rodgers. I can't help myself. And I know, like, everyone hates him. And not everybody, but a lot of people hate him. And I never try and change anyone's minds. Maybe you hate his politics, hate his takes on vaccines. I'm just interested in the football part of this. And I find him entertaining as a football player and as a personality. So when he gets up there in the post-game press conference, and he's basically asked, like, how things can get better. And he talks about pass catchers not showing up to meetings and to practices that he's trying to hold. Take a listen to this from Aaron Rodgers post-game yesterday.
When there's film sessions, everybody shows up. And when I check to a route, you do the right route, you know? Like, John and I just weren't on the same page. I checked to his in-breaker, and he ran out.
Jonnu Smith. Man, getting crushed. Jonnu Smith getting destroyed by Aaron Rodgers there. Mentioned by name. I thought it was going to be like Roman Wilson, like young receiver. Rodgers loves picking on young receivers. You basically, rookie receiver, second-year receiver, get right in the doghouse. Devontae Adams, it took years for him to get out of Aaron Rodgers' doghouse. People forget. Jonnu Smith. Man. I checked to a play, he doesn't run the right one. Remember a couple weeks ago, we were talking about DK Metcalf and Rodgers does the head motion and, like, Metcalf doesn't know the route he's supposed to run? I'll say this about Aaron Rodgers. Is he washed? Probably yes. And this is me saying it. I love him. He's probably washed. But do you think he's lying about that? That the receivers aren't showing up to the film sessions and they don't know. Like, if your quarterback is Aaron Rodgers, you better be all in. Like, he makes that check, you got to know what you got to know it. This is his game. And if that's true, again, isn't this a coaching thing? Just like, get out of my face, Steelers. And I'm aggravated by this because I bet them to make the playoffs. And they started 4-1. And it was all good just 6 weeks ago. And since then, it's gone to bleep. And I'm done with it. And they're going to lose to the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday.